Hey, Dr. Lindsey and Wendy here. We're doing some COVID social distancing office videos. And today's lecture is on 1 year out from 1,000 FUEs in a fine-haired Asian man. Now, we posted this guy last year, remember? And he had kind of an asymmetric hairline from childhood. And so we drew this plan. And then we buzzed him down in the back, and boy, his FUE was super easy. And in spite of him having relatively fine hairs, those roots were very resilient. So they came out super easy. And 6 hours later or so, we had all 1,000, I think it was like 979 or something like that. But right around 1,000 grafts in, and he came daily for cleaning. And then here's his donor area on day 3. Almost healed, and day 7, and then we saw him a couple times throughout the year. This is at about 6 months, and he was really growing well. And then he showed up at almost a year. Mm-hmm. And as many of you guys know, it takes roughly 13 or 14 months to get your final results. It may even look a little bit better by now, but he looks good, and his hairline is unremarkable, right?
Yeah, it looks. I mean, it doesn't look like a hair transplant, an FUE, or anything like that. It looks really good.
And a close-up of his donor area shows this, and you can't see anything. And those were Feller 1 and Feller 1.1 millimeter punches. And I posted that a couple of weeks ago on one of the forums, and immediately a hater came on and said that's too big of a punch. And I would challenge you by using plant analogies. If you're going to dig up a tree, you need to have a little bit of dirt around that root. And even with this 1.1 millimeter punch and virtually no transection and great growth and a close-up of his donor area at a year, you can't see jack squat. And so rather than think just of numbers, you have to do what's right for the patient, right?
Yes. So that's one thing, right? So everybody would think, oh, he's going to do a 1.1, a 1.2, whatever. It's not like that. You have from what size to what size punches?
We got 0.8 to 1.2, and then there is a practice nearby that uses 2 millimeter dermatological punches, and those guys, it looks like somebody got their head shot with a shotgun.
Well, yeah. So when you posted this guy, we looked at the roots. We checked which one was the best size for him. And that's the one that it fitted. And then his hair sticks up. And, I mean, that was like just the perfect punch for him.
Right.
We have done tiny punches. And somebody that has even thinner hair than this guy has.
It just depends on the patient.
Yeah. So that's to clarify that you don't use all the time 1.1 or 1.2. It just depends on who we're working with.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if we can answer questions for you, or if you're interested in something like this, give us a call. We have another fellow almost exactly the same that I posted not too long ago that we did right around Thanksgiving of 2019, and so he's about 6 months behind this guy, and he was in for his 5-month visit, and looks like this guy did it 6 months. So we'll have another almost identical fellow coming up in a few months.
Yes.
We can help you. Give us a call. Thanks.